Each year, we get new chairs for the Elementary Science and Engineering Fair, and we are so excited that this year, it's you. This video will tell you everything you need to know in order to run a successful fair on your campus. So all you need to do is sit back and relax. For the next few minutes, we're going to talk about some of the most frequently asked questions. So where do you start? You are going to be receiving two very important documents, the Chairperson Handbook and the Student Handbook. Both of these documents will have all the information you need to organize and conduct your campus fair. Pages 3 and 4 outline important dates and provide a checklist that you can use during your planning. The first thing you want to do is get with your principal and secure a date and location for the fair. After that has been determined, talk about how you will promote the fair and choose that date. All fairs must happen between November 5th and January 25th. You also will be provided with two substitutes. One can be used for the day that you promote, and one can be used for the day that you actually run the fair. Getting the students excited about entering the Science and Engineering Fair is part of your job. You may choose to do demonstrations and travel from grade level to grade level, or you might choose to create a short video that is shared with all the teachers. Page 5 of the Chairperson Handbook has a variety of ideas to help promote campus fairs. You will also want to communicate with parents about the campus fair. Student letters are provided for you by the district. You may choose to personalize this letter with your campus information, and that's fine, but you will need to make your own copies. Otherwise, we will print those for you. Only those students interested in participating will then get a handbook. Check out page 5 of the Chairperson Handbook for ideas on how to distribute student handbooks. Finding judges. This is the part where you will want to ask your staff for help. Most of the time, they're right there in your community. Ask your teachers to put out a sign-up sheet during parent-teacher conferences to see who's available to help. Also, on the back of the student letter that goes home, there is a page recruiting parents. You can find judges reaching out to local businesses, hospitals, and colleges. You're going to need about 2 judges per 10 projects. The day before the fair, there'll be a lot to do. You'll want to get all the projects organized by grade level and create some type of numbering system. Most people use color dots and place a number in the upper corner of each project. These numbers are what the judges will use to communicate the winning projects. Make sure all projects turned in have followed all safety and display guidelines outlined in the Chairperson Handbook. If a project did not follow these rules, it must be disqualified. You may award the project a participation ribbon, but it cannot be judged. Simply turn the project over so judges know not to look at that particular project. Now it's time to plan for your judges. This part can get tricky, so pages 8 and 9 in the Chairperson Handbook can help you out. You're going to want to create teams and assign projects to each of those teams. You also will want to make a plan for training your judges on the day of the fair. During the training, you'll want to communicate your expectations, go over all the forms and the judging rubric, and then talk to them about writing comments to the students. You might need to explain how to give kind, helpful, and specific feedback to young children. If you prefer, you could ask classroom teachers to come down and fill out comment cards. Also during the training, you're going to want to explain what judging will look like. Explain that judges will be asked to look at projects individually and then come back together as a larger group to look at top contenders. Then, from that, they will pick the first, second, third, and honorable mention winners. Remind them there can be no tie for first place, but there can be ties for second, third, and honorable mention. Finally, you will want to have a plan for choosing your grand prize winners. Usually, a couple of your judges stay behind and choose the grand prize winners from all of your first place winners. General guidelines for this process can be found on page 8. Only grand prize winners advance to the regional fair. It's fair day. You're going to want to start early getting your judges trained so that they can begin looking at projects and they have the time they need to see each one. Please be sure and collect any form that is used by a judge and that they are shredded as soon as winners are determined. Parents are not allowed to see any of the forms used by judges. All judges' decisions are final. The fair is over, but you are not quite finished. You are responsible for inviting the 2 grand prize winners to the regional fair, where they will compete against students from 6 other districts in February. The invitation can be found on page 21 in the handbook. Be sure to include the clear bag policy and the map when the invitation is sent. The last thing you need to do is register these students for the regional fair. Directions for how to do this can be found on page 20 of the handbook. You will simply fill out a form and return it to Deanna Madden. Thanks in advance for all your help and all you do to make this a fun event on your campus. Remember, you don't have to do it alone. We are always here to help. Just give us a call. Thanks and good luck.